What's going on, YouTube? The crippled Uberman here, trying to make light of a bad situation. I like to make people laugh. Um, Unfortunately, it's not very easy for me to laugh right now. If you're on the Uberman driver network, then most of you already know what happened. But for the YouTube subscribers that are not on the Uberman driver network, you probably don't know. And just in case any of you care or wonder where I've been for the last several days, I wanted to make a video to reassure you that I'm dying. Because that is the only way I would not be on Facebook or making videos for you guys. Okay, I'm not dying. They gave me some of these. These are great Norco 7.5s. I wish they would have given me the 10s, but 7.5s seem to be doing okay for now. People have been asking what's happened, what's going on. I try to browse through Facebook, but guys, okay, so I don't know how the camera shows, but this is my dominant arm right here, the one that's in this sling. I use this arm for everything. The only thing I do not use this arm for is for writing. I write with my left hand, but everything else is done with my right arm. Mouse clicking, it's really hard to use the mouse, really hard to type in a keyboard. It's hard to drive a car. It's hard to do just about everything that I'm used to doing. And anyway, that's why I've not been on here. And I hope you guys can bear with me for a while. I will continue making videos. It's just a little hard right now. And driving for Uber, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be doing about that right now. You know, I've got this thing where whenever I change lanes, I can't do it with this stupid thing on my neck. But, you know, I check around me on both sides, make sure that I don't have someone, you know, I'm about to cut off or run into. So I don't feel like it's entirely safe for me to be driving passengers around right now, which puts me in a really awkward position. So I don't know what I'm going to do at this point. Anyway, let me go on about what happened. This is not a new injury. I mean, this injury is new, but the injury that's actually caused this one is very old. In about 2000, maybe 2001, somewhere around there, I was working for a company in Terre Haute, Indiana called Sony Digital Audio Disc Corporation, Sony DADC. I ran a line that produced the video games for the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3s. Damn it. Sorry. I'm not well prepared here, guys. Anyway, one night we have an area by our machine that's designated for empty pallets. And one evening, my pallet guy, the guy that drives a forklift and picks up the pallets, did not show up. So my pallets kept getting higher and higher, but you have to keep your machine running, and you can't just stack empty pallets next to the ones that are already there because they don't allow that. They're very strict. So basically I kept throwing the pallets higher and higher and higher until they were so far above my head. I mean, you couldn't even reach to put them up there anymore. I took one pallet, lifted it above my head, and as I said, this is the arm that I write with, and if I'm playing basketball or something, throwing a pallet, this is the arm that I guide with, and I use this arm to push off. Well, I tried to throw this pallet way above my head, and I don't know what happened after that other than I woke up. Apparently, the way I threw it, or something happened. Nothing hit me. Nothing actually hit me. Just the way I threw it caused something to pop in my neck, and I went to the emergency room. I don't remember what they said, but I do remember they said C6 and C7 had some issue. They wanted me to see a neurologist, and I wanted to go back to work because I needed to make money. My neck wasn't hurting anymore, so I thought I was okay. So Sony, being the wonderful company that they are, their lawyers said, if you sign these release papers, we'll put you back to work. I was a kid. I was 20, 21. I just wanted to go back to work. I signed the papers. When I went back to work, they fired me. So the papers that I signed, as it turns out, was a waiver of liability. basically releasing them from any and all responsibilities associated with my injury, which now has turned into be a lot more serious than I ever thought it would be. Sorry for dragging this video out, guys. Just bear with me, please. So here's what happened. I went to visit my stepmom in Kansas, who's about to have gallbladder surgery herself. And it was her birthday, and I wanted to go say happy birthday and, see her. I slept on a couch, and I've had neck issues ever since that accident. They come and go. It's not that often, but when they hit, my neck and shoulders hurt pretty bad. But this time I woke up and something different happened. I had almost no feeling in this arm, which is my right arm. It was almost completely numb, and it felt like basically I had a bowling ball of dead weight just attached to my shoulder, and I can still move my arm. It's complicated. I can move my hand. I can open doors. Look, it's a bottle of Powerade. Look, I should be advertising for Powerade now. I can hold a bottle of Powerade. Okay, I can almost open a lid. I can put a lid back on. My arm and my hand still works. The issue is I can't feel much of it. The other issue is there is some pretty serious pain going on that goes from my neck and it ends about my shoulder, which is weird. It seems to stop right at my shoulder, and then from here down it just kind of tingly, like when your leg or something falls asleep. This thing is ridiculously itchy. So I don't know what happened. I slept wrong. I turned my head the wrong way. I never thought this would happen, but when I went to a doctor, first time I've been to a doctor in years, and the doctor, he's got me pretty concerned. I don't know if he was just being a what or what, but I go in there and he does all these tests, and he says that he said that as far as strength goes, I still seem to have the same amount of strength in both of my arms. But he said that he believes I have damaged a nerve. And, I'm like, okay, well, what does this mean? Basically, what I told him is I want to know when I'm going to get my arm back. And he said, you need to understand that you may never get full use of your arm again. He said nerve damage is really tricky. And, there's a possibility it could be this way forever. It could get better and then go away and then happen again. And next time it could be my left arm. He doesn't know. So I've got to go in for an MRI. And I plan on also seeking out a chiropractor. But I think I'm going to get the MRI first, because he said with the MRI they'd be able to better determine what's going on and what happened and what my options are. Until all of this gets sorted out, I'm supposed to wear this fashionable neck brace that's not made by Nike, and the arm sling they did not give me. This is not from them. This is something my stepmom gave me to use because the only way I can explain is it feels like my arm is just a bunch of dead weight. I know I can still move it, but it almost feels like muscles or something. It feels like they're just being strained constantly by carrying around this dead weight. So she gave me this arm sling, which it does help a lot because it takes the stress off of my shoulder for the most part. But I'm not supposed to laugh. Laughing causes severe pain. Looking at the camera screws with me, but if I laugh, I get severe pains from my neck, and it runs down into my chest. Real bad pain. Laughing hurts really bad. Coughing hurts really bad. If I step too hard or come too hard off of like a step or something, I'll get a shooting pain down my chest and down the same side of my back. My underarm is on fire, and I mean, it's just this burning pain. It's not a stabbing. It's like this constant burning, deep, deep pain all the time. And the same goes for my neck, like my spine right up here. Just this constant pain. And of course, I thought I was feeling a little better today, and I decided I didn't need the neck brace and I didn't need the arm sling, and I pulled out my welder and went outside and tried to weld on an engine. and I actually couldn't get the weld to take, so I got aggravated and I put the engine back in the car. Lifted a lot of heavy stuff, things I'm not supposed to do. No lifting, no strenuous activities. Yeah, we'll talk about that one. Sorry. I forget I'm not supposed to laugh. Anyway, guys, I'm sorry, drag this video out. Number one, I'm on my pills, and number two, I'm still hurting, so it's hard for me to keep track of what's going on. So I apologize for dragging this out. I just wanted to tell you guys I'm still here. I'm still on the Facebook forum. If you guys are thinking I just ditched you guys, I promise I didn't. Seriously, if you need, I'll pull out the paperwork from the doctor, and I'm going to try to go to another doctor tomorrow. We'll see what happens, but for now, please, guys, just bear with me. This is a pretty hard time for me, and quite honestly, I'm terrified. You know, I mean, I'm still here, I'm still alive, but without my right arm being really usable, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do. Same thing with my neck. What's going to happen if one day I wake up, turn my head the other direction, and this side goes out on me, or a leg? I'm scared. Anyway, guys, as always, like, comment, subscribe, be safe, and Ubron.